Hello, 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 hello. Hey, why isn't my camera picking me up? Hello, I'm right here. Hello? Hello? Can you see me? Huh, there I am. Jeez Louise. How's it going? Hi, my name is Cookie. It's the so-called Cookie Fortnite. So-called Mrs. Cookie Fortnite, and today I'm playing video games. Crazy, right? Can you imagine? Video games? In this economy? In front of my salad? That's what we're here to do. Seem really low volume. Guess we'll get into the game. Maybe we'll hear it. I'm gonna play some indie games. Play some spooky games, maybe. I'm not sure they'll be that scary, but maybe they'll be spooky themed. So let's see. Interactivity, the interactive experience. I don't think this one is listed as horror, but it looks a little spooky to me. Exhibition. WASD. Yep, that's your typical thing. Typical controls. I like how I can hear my own footsteps right behind me slightly. Oh! I can look at things with my eyes. That's pretty smooth transition. One thing that's funny in the options is there's a height option. Oh.
Welcome to Interactivity, the interactive experience, featuring the button. Please enjoy your visit.
I'm starting to wonder if this is even a game. It's an interactive exhibit.
Gallery 1, Levers. The lever was invented by the Greek mathematician Archimedes as a means of getting in and out of his bathtub. These days, levers are used to apply pressure in a range of situations and provide diverse ways of interacting with your environment. Why not try a few?
Okay. Let's try some levers.
Levers don't only go up and down, or forward and back. This one goes side to
Boing.
side. Isn't that weird?
Isn't that weird? Isn't that goofy?
Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny lever?
Is it really? Wow, that's crazy. Wow. That's crazy. Ooh. Very pretty, very glossy.
Gallery 2, Valves. Plumbers disagree over who first created the device we now know as the valve. Some experts propose that they were created in the Victorian era as a steampunk motif. Many people think they were left behind by ancient aliens. These days, you can find them all over your home, even your own kitchen sink.
This is good. This is good. That's funny. That's funny. I like it. They got my humor.
Valves like this one are commonly used.
Huh? They were made in the Victorian area specifically for steampunk.
Valves like this one are commonly.
How do I turn this?
Valves like this one are.
Huh.
Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny valve that controls the flow of electricity?
What? What?
Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny
Bullshit.
Valves like this one are commonly used to shut off deadly steam to allow you to pass safely through factories and sewers. Don't worry, this is just normal steam, not the deadly kind.
Oh my god. So true, bestie. Okay, I think I'm figuring it out. Whoa, what the fuck? That's pretty cool. Do I have to make this match up with something? Huh. Hello? Oh my god, is that North? Hi, hello. How are you today? Congratulations. Congratulations on your return, your re-debut. Hi, I'm doing well. How are you? I am good. Kind of a sleepy day today. I was kind of like, I'm gonna take today off, but then I felt like a little goofy for taking the day off. Like, oh, I should have got some stuff done. I feel antsy. I get antsy when I don't get enough stuff done. I gotta do stuff. So maybe I'll do stuff tomorrow. I went for a walk today. And Destiny, the video game, one of our video games, is going a bit downhill because of some stuff going on in the game and with the company that develops the game. So me and some of my friends are looking at other games to play. So I was trying out Guild Wars 2 again for the first time in a while today. And that was going all right, but I kind of realized I don't like the class I was playing, so I gotta figure out what I like. I gotta figure out what I want. Oh, I did it. Cool. Nice. Well, hope you find something good. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations on being Cookie. Oh. Thank you. This game seems kind of goofy. I like it. I don't know if it's supposed to be actually scary or not. But the atmosphere is like a little, huh. It's kind of funny though, too. Some of the dialogue. I like the old indie game voiceover. But the writing.
Gallery 3. Keypads. The keypad is the height of interaction technology. Combining multiple inputs into one device allows interaction engineers to keep their secrets away from greedy eyes and gauge your progression into restricted areas. Can you crack the code?
Yeah, it's a little jokey. I've never ended up playing Superliminal, so I would not be surprised. Yeah, like, what is this music? What is this, like...
Did you know A switch is actually just a tiny keypad with only 2 digits, 1 and 0.
Shut up. They said this about the Switch every time. We went across valves and they said, "Did you know a Switch is actually just a tiny valve?" We did levers and they're like, "Did you know the Switch is just a tiny lever?"
It was mandatory for keypad numbers to be printed in smudgeable ink. This was a safety measure that allowed the locksmiths to open any keypad by observing what buttons had been frequently pressed. Maybe this keypad belonged to a heavy metal enthusiast.
What? What? Oh, because 6 is grayed out. Hi, Sammy. This game is making me chuckle.
It was mandatory for keypad numbers to be printed in smudgeable ink. This was a safety measure that allowed the locksmiths to open any keypad by observing what buttons had been frequently pressed. Maybe this keypad belonged to a heavy metal enthusiast.
The 6 button is grayed out. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's making me chuckle.
Until 2013, it was...
I'm playing an indie game. I'm playing some games I downloaded from itch.io. itch.io. I still don't remember the proper pronunciation. This one is called Interactivity, the interactive experience, featuring the button.
Until 2013, it was
I'm laughing at the dialogue. North just is returning to stream on YouTube. North is doing great.
Until 2013, it was mandatory for
North has a very
Until
cool
2013,
new model.
it was mandatory for
What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I see. Huh. Huh. I just got over being sick, but I'm doing better now. No! Live! Good. I'm glad you're feeling better. I just remembered I gotta put on my my getting smacked in the face button. I haven't done that in a while. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Smack me in the face. Where is it? Okay, it's taking its time to load, but that's okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I've basically over the past few months, there it is. I'm just trying to apply for jobs. I just want a job that uses my degree and my experience in 3D art and video editing. There's gotta be a job out there somewhere, right? Right? So I've just been doing that. So I've literally just been hanging out and like doing that. That's how my past couple months have been. So yeah. As far as more recently, I hate the cold. Today was cold, so I'm trying to figure out ways to exercise without being very cold. When I get a job again, I'm gonna try to go to a gym, but I'm gonna wait till I'm making money. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's always... Okay, so it's a 4. So the code is
this
4
is
digits
the cutting
long.
edge of keypad technology. In the future, keypads like this one will secure every door on spaceships, moon bases, and municipal buildings.
Wow. That's crazy. So yeah, other than that, one of the games I play a lot of, Destiny, has been having a lot of issues with it lately. So me and some of my friends were trying to find the new like MMO games to play. So I started trying to play Guild Wars 2 again. Why do I have to work tomorrow? Cookie, give me a doctor's note. I'm not a doctor! Hi, Hari. Get some sleep if you need to. Get some sleep. You were there with me through finishing Armored Core on Monday, so you need some sleep. Hello, Astra. Ayo. How's it going? How's every pony doing? Oh, I gotta figure out what this password is. Wonder what it is. I wonder what the hint could be. Scary.
This is the cutting edge of
I
keypad
just did some
technology.
comp games and
In the
Counter-Strike
future,
and spent my
keypads
money.
like this
I
one
stay
will
up.
secure every
This
door
is...
on
oh
spaceships, moon bases, and municipal buildings.
Is it blinking 5?
Until 2013,
I wonder if there's...
it was mandatory.
I wonder if
for
there are
keypad
codes
members.
here. I wonder if there are hints here. OMG, it's the North. What do I do? Where do I go?
Did you know? Did you know? Did you know?
Did you know?
A switch.
Did you know I'm bad at puzzles? Hello, hello, hello.
Is the cutting edge of keypad technology. In the future, keypads like this one will secure every door on spaceships, moon bases, and municipal buildings.
I don't think I can... I don't think there are any puzzles on these keypads, but it makes me wonder what the code is. How do I leave? How do I leave? What is the code? Are there any other hints? Can I leave?
Gallery
Will you let
3.
me leave?
Keypads.
Gallery 3.
The keypad
Is the code 3? One, two.
Did you know a switch is actually
Maybe
just a tiny keypad
1 and
with
0.
only 2 digits?
Wait.
Did you know a switch
1,
is actually
0.
just a tiny keypad with only
1, 0. Five, 6. Ah! Ah! I did it! Ha!
Gallery 4. The button. You are now entering a designated security zone. All visitors will adhere to the following safety procedures.
I'm scared. Yo!
Always follow
I'm sure you could have done
museum
it.
staff instructions immediately.
Okay.
Stay within the roped off area at all times.
Cookie is the smartest person in the world. Ha ha! My brain is so big!
Do not approach the button.
Okay.
Do not attempt to touch the button. Do not push the button under any circumstances. Do not look too long at the button. Do Do not imagine what it would be like to push the button. Do not visualize the button slotting into place. Do not think about the satisfying clunk it will make as it slides home.
I'm thinking about it.
Do not think about it at all.
I should probably play the Stanley Parable. I still haven't played that game. Oh.
Do not push the button. Do not push the button. Push the button.
It's a huge button. I like how it's emanating an ominous noise. In case of emergency, break glass. Key. Should I push the button? I think I gotta push the button, right? That was scary. Do I have to use all my skills with levers and valves to get to the button? Is there a place I can put this key? Can I put the key on top of the button? No. I threw the key into the box. Oh! Can we parkour our way in? Oh, you know what? Oh, shit. You know, maybe that key goes to one of the doors that's behind you. Shoot. Can I get a new key? No? Okay. I guess I'll go into the light. Are you sure you want to quit? The progress has been saved. Yeah, I'll quit. We'll see. We'll see. Is that really the end? It is. Okay. Resume. We gotta figure out what's next. Oh, you know, I might have messed myself up here by tossing the key into there. I thought that would be clever. I can't interact with it. Ha ha ha! 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 Please. Okay. Okay. Let's I wonder if they're what if I change my height to as small as possible? Can I sneak in? No. Oh no, I soft locked myself. Ah. Okay. We will beat the game and restart the game from the beginning. We will put our skills to good use. It's okay. We know all the puzzles now.
Welcome to Interactive Gallery 1. Levers.
We've made it to the levers. Now we can show you the game from the beginning.
Levers don't only go up and down, or forward and back. This one goes side to side. Isn't that weird?
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Boing?
Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny lever?
Wow, that's crazy.
Gallery 2, valves.
I like this
Gallery
one a lot.
2, valves. Plumbers disagree over who first created the device we now know as the valve. Some experts propose that they were created in the Victorian era as a steampunk motif. Many people think they were left behind by ancient aliens. These days, you can find them all over your home, even your own kitchen sink.
Valves were left by aliens. Okay, this one, let me adjust my height so I can see over here. I love that there's a height meter in this game. It's so funny. So if I remember correctly, I actually have to get the shadow in the light in that area over there. If I can. I think I can, yeah, I can only turn these levers one way. I mean, levers, valves. Ugh. Imagine having to do this every time you leave the house. This is my reality. Every time I leave the house, I have to pull a strange string of levers and valves. But it's better than the alternative. I could be getting emails. Oh, I see. It's turning the thing on the... I see. It's turning that. It is really annoying trying to turn this, though. It does not handle very well. I already forget where, like, the default mode is for these, where they start. What is a valve but a lever that goes all the way around? Did I do it? Oh, there we go. Onward! For button.
Gallery 3. Gallery 3. Keypads. The keypad is the height of interaction technology, combining multiple...
Okay, what was the code again? 10...
Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny
65. There we go. Easy. Speedruns for this game must be intense. Oh, I can jump?
Gallery
I can
4.
jump.
Always follow museum staff. You are now do not push the button under any circumstances. Do not imagine what visualize light. Do not think about the satisfying.
My intrusive thoughts.
Do not think about it. Do not push the button. Push the button.
Okay. Oops. First, I'm gonna try this. Okay. There is an emergency. Give me the key. There are a bunch of doors that are locked. Huh? Oh, it's just the post-processing.
Do not push the button. Push the button. Do not think about it.
Do not think
Do not
about
think
this.
about the satisfying. Visualize, imagine what it would be like to push.
My intrusive thoughts are harassing me.
Do not stay within the always follow museum staff instructions immediately. You are now entering a designated security zone. Did you know all visitors will actually just the following safety procedures?
Does it work? It's a key. Oh! Can I open it again? Can I take the key out? No. I wonder if you can go into the other door. We are entering the back rooms. A tidy area is a safer area.
I know what you're doing. You just can't help yourself, can you? Even if you find a way to push the button, everything will just fade to white, the same as if you go through the exit. It's just an alternate ending, it doesn't change anything. Look, here's another exit. Save yourself the trouble and leave now. Hammer. Valves. Can I take that key? You can
Oh!
take the tour again, you know, if you want to. There are plenty of things for you to click on besides the button.
That's funny. Oh my god. It circles back around. Oh my god, the gnome! No. What could a hammer do for me? Okay, so here's what we got. A hammer. Valve. Valve. Anything else in here that maybe we could use? What the fuck? Wait. Speak to me. This is funny. Okay. Can I get in here? No. I can't interact with that. It's hovered. Oh, there's a valve back there. So many valves. Okay, there we go. And more hammers. Oh. Let's go. Oh, we're venting. We're getting sus. Okay. Not ominous at all. That's... Ooh. Ooh. What the fuck? Oh my god. There's so much in these vents. It's so long. Ew. What the fuck? What is that noise?
Look, do you think you're breaking the rules or something? I mean, this is all just part of the narrative that I made up for you. You can interact all you want, you know, with the things, the exhibits, the interactive things. But there is no agency here.
Oh! Oh my god. Push it again. That's funny. There's a key right on the tape. Wait. There's a key right on the table here. Oh! Huh. Oh! It clipped behind. Okay. Things have very much changed. I'm nervous. I thought the game would be over by now. Should I proceed normally?
Levers. The lever is invented.
What is this noise? Girl, help! I'm unnerved. What is this sound? What does this key go to?
Look, here's another exit. Save yourself the trouble and leave now.
No.
just an alternate ending. It doesn't change anything.
Oh my god, it's so staticky.
Even if you find a way to push the button, you just can't help yourself. I know what you're doing.
The key is there. I'll just leave it there for a minute. Okay, I need a key to go over here. Okay, where is it? Right here. Does it work? It does work. Okay, it just unlocks that door from the other side. Okay, I put the key in the other side. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's funny that you can get it that early, though. I guess I'll just proceed normally. This is goofy. Should I vent again? Should I just... The prompt said push it again. What the fuck? What is this noise? Oh. Hello? Is anybody there?
Look, do you think you're breaking the rules or something? I mean, this is all just part of the narrative that I made up for you.
I'm like waiting for one of these to break.
You know, the things, the exhibits, the interactive things, there is no agency here.
I pushed the button again. Are you proud of me? Is anything different gonna happen this time? Hello? 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 Hey. Push it again. Okay, I'm just gonna go through normally this time. This time they're completely off. What the fuck? Bro, this is the Stanley Parable of Silent Hills. I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a horror game, but it's at least a something game. The light is off. Hello? It's still moving? It's hard for me to tell, though. I wasn't really good at figuring out what the fuck is going on with this puzzle. Okay. Maybe I go back anyway, just to... No. I have to figure... I gotta do this puzzle. Because I can't just skip to the button. Although... This one was already a pain for me to do without the visual indicator. I wish I remembered how I solved this the first 2 times. I think I turned everything left, except for like 1. Oh, okay, that's it. I turned everything left except for the wheel in the front, which I turned right a little bit. Huh? What the fuck? No! Stop that. I did not like that. The door's just open. It's fucking... Huh? It's blocked up? What the fuck? Oh my... You're shitting me right now. No. No. What the hell? Fuck off. No. No. How could you? How dare you? I don't know. This is so mean. I swear. Oh my god. It was... Yeah, it was 0156. It's just... Oh. Trying to figure out which side was the start. Oh my god, I just guessed. Okay. It goes, but the pattern is 3, 3, 2, 2. The two are across from each other. Oh my god. Okay. I'll just try to remember that. You think the button's gonna come alive and eat me?
That's it.
Holy shit! Well, I broke the glass. There's an emergency. I broke the glass. There's another button. No, I'm clipping through the button. Push it again? Are you serious? Push it again? What the fuck? The door is gone.
Activity.
Okay, this just turned into Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Okay. I'm gonna hear the monster noises any second now. Christ. I can still hit the button. I can push all of the buttons now. Wait. How about the door over here? Ugh. The fucking windows. I guess I'll go the weird way. See what happens.
I know what you're doing. You just can't help yourself, can you? Even if you find a way to push the button, everything will just feel to right, the same as if you go through the exit. It's just an alternate ending, it doesn't change anything. Look, here's another exit. Save yourself the trouble and leave now.
Oh, fuck. Everything looks the same. It's easy to get lost here. Oh my god, there was a door there the whole time. I guess I'm gonna go vent in this hellscape. Let's do it. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna be monsters? Are we gonna actually get any jump scares? You think the vent is gonna break underneath me? I just wanted to push the button. don't like that noise. Oh my god. Huh?
Do you think you're breaking the rules or something?
Oh.
I mean, this is all just part of the narrative that I made up for you. You can interact with all you want, you know, the exhibits, the interactive thing. There is no agency here.
I think that's it. Oh, it's fading to black instead of white. Push it again. Why does it say read me? Should I check the read me?
Welcome to Gallery 1, Levers. The lever was invented by interactivity.
I can't tell if it's back to normal or not.
Levers.
Nope, it's not! All the levers are missing!
Levers don't only go up and down, or forward and back. This one goes side to side. Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny lever?
Oh my god. This game just keeps giving, huh? I thought I might play a few indie horror games today. But it looks like we got one silly puzzle game.
A switch.
One haunting puzzle game. What, do we have to bring them all in now? They're not... They hate it. Oh, I see. Oh, it's red.
Gallery 2, Valves. Plumbers disagree. Valves like this one are commonly used to shut off deadly steam to allow you to pass safely through factories and sewers. Don't worry, this is just normal steam, not the deadly kind.
So what did I do last time? I turned them all left except for one. I kind of feel weird about this being the same puzzle. I have a feeling like it's not going to be. Maybe evil puzzle, they all have to turn right instead of left except for one. Huh, that wasn't enough. Will that work? There we go. It's a little finicky. That's okay. The ominous noise returns.
Gallery 3. Keypads. The key... Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny keypad with only 2 digits, 1 and 0.
Whoops. It was this, and then... Wait.
This is the cutting edge of keypad technology. In the future, keypads like this one will secure every door on spaceships, moon bases. Until 2013, it was mandatory for keypad numbers to be printed in smudgeable ink. This was a safety measure that allowed the locksmiths to open any keypad by observing what buttons... Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny keypad with...
So then it would be 3, and then, wait, 7? I don't think the order mattered.
Did you know a switch is actually just a tiny keypad with only 2 digits?
3 and 7. Is it still 6? No, I did. It was 5, 6. 1, 0, 3, 7. 1, 0, 3, 6. For some reason? No.
Until 2013, it was mandatory for...
Oh, why did I think it was 9 that was smudge? Why did I think there was 7 that was smudge? Oh my god, I can't count. Okay. 1, 0, 3, 9. 1, 0, 3, 9. Not 8. Oh my god. Thank you for correcting me, Sammy. I'm like, oh, I'm blowing up. Okay. Okay.
Gallery 4. Always follow museum staff rules of touch. Do not push the button under all visitors will do not look too long. Do not visualize light. Do not think about the satisfying clunk it will make as it slides home. Do not think about it at all. Do not push the button. Push the button.
Whoops. Drop my key. You think something's gonna happen on the way back with this?
Do not push the button. Push the button. Do not think about it at all. Do not think about the satisfying. Visualize the matches looking lights to push the button. Do not attempt to touch. Stay within the always follow museum staff instructions immediately. You are now entering a designated security zone. All visitors will adhere to the following safety procedures.
Jump scare? How to live correctly? Any secrets under the boxes? Nope.
I know what you're doing.
There's no vent over here. Was it in the other room?
You just can't help yourself, can you? Even if you find a way to push the button, everything will just fade to white, the same as if you go through the exit. It's just an alternate ending, it doesn't change anything. Look, here's another exit. Save yourself the trouble.
Was the vent always glowing red?
You can take the tour again, you know, if you want to. There are plenty of things for you to click on besides the button.
I like how it says click on, because it knows it's a video game. Alright, we're back to venting. Music's getting creepy again. Huh! Huh! Ooh. Ooh. Our vision's getting blurry. I hate that noise.
Do you think you're breaking the rules or something? I mean, this is all just...
I wonder if there's nothing at the end of this game. Oh my god, that's creepy. You can interact all you want. What? The music stopped. Come on. Huh! They boarded it up! They boarded it up! They boarded it up! Press Alt-Shift-B to cheat? We keep pressing the button. Confetti! What the fuck? I'm hitting the read me button. Okay, this is just... Okay. Am I done? Am I done? What happens if I Alt-Shift-B? I press Alt-Shift-B at the beginning. And it just takes me right here. Is it still boarded up? Oh my god. Is this it? Is this it? Have we finally pushed the button enough times? Is the button over? Does it keep going? Alt-Shift-B. It's not boarded up anymore. Is that the end? Is that the end? How many times must you push the button before it is over? I don't know. It never ends, your button hubris. Ah, hell nah. I'm cheating. Oh, it was red again this time. Maybe we have reached the real end of the button. Is this it? Have we found all possible endings? I cannot cheat. I'm trying to cheat. I'm hitting the button as many times as I can instead of clipping out of the world. Oh. I think it's looping. Are we done? Yeah. I think we did it. We have defeated the button. I think you're right. I think that's it. I think it's dead. We have killed it. The button is over. Wait, it says resume. What the fuck? Is that different? I know. Huh. I don't know. Resume or push it again? Is it locking me on the button? Can I no longer escape the button? This is so scary. I don't know. I like how I have to ask, is it done or is it looping again? Push it again? All right. Yeah, it must be looping. That must be it. We have defeated the button. Ooh, I was able to glitch out of it. Oh, but it kills me anyway. I thought I had something there. Let me out! Let me out! Alright, I think that's it. Quit. That was funny. I'm gonna I'm gonna search it up real quick. See if other people... Yeah, okay. Lots of people are listing it as like a 45-minute game. So I think that's it. Okay, it's on Steam too, so there are probably achievements. Yeah, okay. I Googled it. Yep, there's a guide. Yep, once you unlock the cheat code, that's it. Sorry for the hiccup. We did it! That was fun. that spooked me a little bit. Let's play another game. Let's get started on another game. I got another one to play. This game is called Your Future Self. This game contains flashing images. Be wary. I think I'm going to head to bed. It is sleepy time. We are approaching sleepy hours. But thank you for joining me and have a good sleep. Have a great stream. Thank you. Have a good sleep. Let's see what's going on here. There's something I was going to check. Okay. Let's get started. Your future self. Who am I? Hey! You! Me? Me? Hey there. Good. Listen carefully. You are directly responsible for the deaths of thousands of people. Me? You're probably confused for some of your You're probably confused from your perspective. These events haven't happened yet. How could that possibly be held responsible for something you haven't done? Well, in 35 years, your future self will commit these acts, and your future self is you. You are both part of a single, continuous, chronological entity, and as such responsible for your future crimes also lies with you. Okay. You are probably wondering where you are. I have placed you in a temporary bubble outside time. You'll be sharing this bubble with your future self, brought here from 35 years in the future. Whoa! That's cool. I like this. Here, before we continue, I got an idea. Filters? Whoops. Ignore that. Oh, I thought I had a CRT filter, but I don't have it right now. This is close enough. Alright. You're to convince your future self of the wrongness of their actions. If you can do this, you will alter your own time stream, changing your own destiny, and stopping your actions before they occur. Only then will you be exonerated from your action. There is a limitation of the technology used to hold you in this bubble. Time will flow normally for you, but it will appear to loop every 90 minutes. 90 minutes? Until you can persuade your future self that their actions were wrong, the loop will continue indefinitely. If you succeed, you will sever the causal chain linking you and your future self and alter your destiny. Before responding to anything your future self says to you, think carefully. They will have certain moods. They won't always be receptive to the way you respond to them. Think carefully about your tone and your confidence in your conversational abilities. Your conversation skill, your future self's mood, and your chosen tone will determine how well they receive what you have to say. If you want to be free, make sure you are as convincing as you can be. Think carefully, think strategically. And good luck. Okay. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this idea. Wow, they were actually telling the truth. This is really happening. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Your future self. Rationality 12, empathy 9, assertiveness 5. My rationality is 4, my empathy is 8, and my assertiveness is also 5. Current receptiveness. Rationality moderate, empathy very low. Assertiveness 1. Well, look at you. Just as I remember. So fresh-faced and naive. Let me turn this down a little bit again. Seems pretty loud. You have no idea what I've seen. You have absolutely no idea what's ahead of you. I'm almost looking forward to hearing what you have to say. But believe me, I stand behind what I did completely. I don't know what you're planning to say to change my mind, but it won't work. We don't know why I killed thousands. The cookie of the future killed thousands. Respond rationally, respond empathetically, respond assertively. I'm gonna start with empathy. This is very odd for me too, but believe me, sorry, but are you sure this is real? Have we been duped? Does it matter what I say? If you think this is all fake, then I'm just a figment of your imagination, or whatever you think's happening here. Look, I appreciate this weird, especially for you, but it'd be best for both of us if you could wrap up your head around this as quickly as possible. Let's not draw this out any more than we have to. Start with rational. I'm intrigued as to why this is less weird for you than it is for me. Do you know something I'm not privy to? Oh! Success. Of course. This is all science fiction to you. Fine, I'll explain. Time travel was discovered during our lifetime, but after great fanfare and worldwide uproar, it was quickly outlawed by the UN Science Commission. They claimed it was the only choice they had in order to prevent all-out war. The ban wasn't difficult to implement, as only a handful of the wealthiest nations on the planet had access to the tech in the first place. I always suspected the ban was a convenient way for the wealthiest nations to keep time travel hidden and clandestinely use it to their advantage. I've been expecting something like this to happen at some point. That's why I'm not surprised why I'm not as surprised as you. Guess I'll respond assertively. Assertiveness very high. Well, maybe it should have been banned. Who are you to say otherwise? You aren't a scientist. Are you? Well, no, I'm not. I suppose I don't know what they know. The knee-jerk move to ban just felt too sudden. There was no debate or democratic process. It was discovered 1 minute, then banned the next. See, this is why I'm sure they didn't actually ban it entirely. I know I can't prove anything, but it feels extremely plausible to me. Think about it. This was probably the most monumental technological achievement ever. Were they just going to lock it up and throw away the key? Of course they weren't. It makes sense that governments would lie about a ban to the public so that they could use it quietly in the safe confines of their own laboratories. I wouldn't put it past them to use it on their own citizens to maintain order. People in power regularly stoop to new lows in order to maintain power and control their people. Time travel could just be another weapon in their arsenal of oppression. Receptive, not receptive to anything in particular. So I guess I'll do empathy, because I think that's my strongest. It must be nice that this sounds so plausible to you, but it's hard for me to feel the same. In fact, most of this has the hallmarks of a paranoid anti-government conspiracy theory. Huh, that worked. I get where you're coming from, but it isn't the fact that you're here at all is proof that I'm probably right. This wouldn't be possible at all without the use of time manipulation technology, so it couldn't have been truly banned. Look, this situation is bizarre. Immediately after finding out time travel exists, you've been forced to argue with an older version of yourself. You've not had the time to properly process what's happening. If this had happened to me at your age, I'd probably have had a nervous breakdown. Let's respond assertively. Wait, what the hell? You're telling me you haven't been through this already? Surely that's a paradox of some sort. Exactly! It's not a paradox, though. If you're successful in convincing me of my wrongdoing, then you will have to change your own time stream and prevent this version of me from existing. You will live on to be a version of me that behaves differently and doesn't commit the same crime. I will never have existed. I never will exist. That's the point of this all, I think. Respond rationally. I see. So once I've completed my task, the bubble in right now will collapse, and you'll cease to exist. This is effectively a death sentence for you, isn't it? Well, that's a cruel way of putting it, but I guess you could see it that way. It's not a real death, though. I simply stop existing. I'm sure many people would love an instantaneous, painless end to existence. I'm actually lucky in a twisted way. But stopping me from existing isn't really the point. They could just kill me now if they wanted. The point is that they want you to understand why my actions were wrong in order to prevent you from doing the same thing. Huh! That's interesting. I like this. What did that disembodied voice say at the start? We're a single continuous chronological entity. If you can successfully convince me, then you have successfully convinced yourself. We are one and the same. Now I'm feeling like I'm being convinced. But I have to win this argument, don't I? Assertive has worked a lot. Let's be empathetical for a little bit. It all still sounds a bit strange to me, but I understand. I think you're a dangerous criminal and have a way to prevent your crime ever happening. It's arguably better than locking someone away or sentencing someone to death. You know, you've not even asked me what I did. You've no idea what you're praising. You spent all this time questioning me about everything else, but you're not bothered to ask what actually happened. Assertively. Fine, explain it to me. That worked. Huh. Okay, straight to the point. Screen shaking? A few years ago, for me that is, I was the overseer of a climate refugee camp, one of many the UN set up across the world for people displaced by climate change. From what I remember, it hasn't reached a breaking point in your time. In my time, however, millions of people from poor countries have been displaced by colossal flooding and destroyed ecosystems. These camps have become their temporary home. As you might expect, they're constant bickering by the world's wealthiest countries over who will take the refugees in the long term. All the while, the camps have been expanding exponentially, and no one's sure how the UN is going to keep paying for them. My camp had about 40,000 people in it. It was like a small city. Conditions were absolutely terrible. There were times where I felt that they'd have been better off dying than fleeing to this place. There's rampant crime, poverty, corruption, and... Hello? Hello? Can you hear us? Wait, who's this? You can hear us. Okay, look, we don't have much time. We're temporarily interrupting the loop. Hopefully they can't detect it. If we get cut off, we'll try and interrupt the loop again, but it might have to wait until the next loop for reasons that are too complicated to explain right now. Everything they told you at the start is a lie. No, not a lie, but not the whole truth. They didn't tell you who they represented, did they? You were just told that you needed to... Have you gone? Hello? Rebel interference detected! Mandatory loop reset in 3, 2, 1? I gained stats? Holy shit! Oh my god. Okay, this rocks. This game rocks. Holy shit. I'm loving this so far. Wow. They were actually the truth. This is really happening. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're going back. We're going back. Oh my god. Bruh. Okay, I forget what I did last time. I think I started with rationality and it didn't actually work. We'll start with empathy this time. Wait, I remember this. We've had this conversation before. I pressured them even though they don't want to talk about it. Why? I'm just wasting time. Oh, this time will be different. Doesn't matter what I say. If you think this is all fake, then I'm just a figment of your imagination, right? Okay, I started with empathy last time. Oh, I respect your wishes. Let's move on. Oh, I'm actually surprised. Thought you'd be freaking out. In fact, why aren't you freaking out? If this happened to me at your age, I'd have a nervous breakdown. This doesn't make sense. What are you hiding from me? This doesn't feel right. Something's wrong. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm making this worse. My future self seems confused. I won't convince them by confusing them. I need to get back on track. Oh, it just skipped to insight gained. Rational? Wait, you don't remember this happening to you at my age? If I'm a younger version of you, shouldn't you have already experienced this in the past? Oh, this is a weird paradox. Oh, I did that. I'm just not remembering each part of the conversation right now. Assertively. Come, stop beating around this bush. This is a death sentence for you, isn't it? It did it this time. Insight gained this time? Yeah. Okay. What if I'm assertive this? No. Let's do empathy. I did that last time. My empathy is just like one of my highest stats, so it's hard to go back on it. Makes sense when you put it that way, but it's not easy for me to take. I'm the person being accused of being a dangerous criminal, remember? You know, okay, you haven't asked me the details. Another memory. I remember this. I remember talking about the overseer content, the conditions, and something interrupts, something I don't understand. They want me to understand, though. They want to tell me something important. Who are they? I need to tell my future self about this. I need them to understand. I remember your story. I know this sounds strange, but halfway through you telling your story, someone interrupts the loop. They try to convince me of something, but cut off before they say anything. Does that make any sense? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is time manipulation device might be doing something strange to your mind. Don't worry too much. This sort of tech is way beyond my understanding. I wouldn't be surprised with some weird side effects. So, wait, you already know that I was the overseer? Did I tell you about the rampant crime, corruption, and... No? Hello? Can you hear us? Change the outcome. Yes, but stop talking. They know you're here. They'll just reset the loop. No, not again, disconnecting. Are you even listening to me? Where was I? Are you gonna start the loop? The sickness. There was a colossal sickness rampaging through the camp. I'd seen outbreaks in other refugee camps, but I'd never seen anything like this before. This level of sickness was just so far out of my realm of experience. Thousands had died. Thousands more were at death's door. It was just... Oh wow, that must have been very hard to witness. Do you know what was causing it? You have no idea how bad it was. It's come from a time of peace and stability. There's no way you can understand the suffering of that camp. The fact that I had no idea what was causing it made it more unbearable. I may have been overseer, but the jerks above me didn't trust me enough to tell me what they're actually doing in the camp. What are you insinuating? Spill it out for me. I was about to report the sickness to senior management, but I began to notice officials behaving strangely across the camp. Hushed conversations, late-night gatherings of the book meetings, and so on. When I asked one of my contacts about what was going on, he accused me of being irrational and paranoid. For a while I believed him, but eventually it all seemed too strange to let go. I snooped around the senior management offices when I knew they wouldn't be there, but I didn't find anything incriminating. But I found a room in the management sector that I couldn't access. As an overseer, I should have been able to enter every door in the camp. Something was very off here. I convinced another contact to give me the key code for the room. She warned me that there was no going back after this, but I didn't care. I had to know what they were hiding. It seems unlikely that you managed all this without getting caught, unless of course this is where you were caught. Have you been listening at all? We're here because it was responsible for the deaths of thousands of people, and it clearly hasn't happened at this point. Still though, given my current predicament, my contact was almost certainly been caught. Poor Alice, I really wish I hadn't involved her. She could have met a grim fate. Still, the greater good is far more important. She'd understand if she knew the whole picture. She wasn't naive, she knew the risks. If that's what you need to keep telling yourself to feel better, so be it. What did you find out anyway? I don't remember being so patronizing when I was your age. I'm not sure what the best option is half the time here. That's just one of my higher stats. I guess I should carry on explaining what happened. The room seems innocuous at first glance, but then I noticed some paper documents on the table next to the unnetworked computer. I hadn't seen paper for a long time. It was very rare and only used when something was too important to be stored on a hackable device. The whole thing seemed very suspicious. Naturally, I looked at the documents. What did I find? Well, there were detailed reports about a bioweapon program being tested by a clandestine arm of the UN right under my nose in this very camp. They were engineering a pathogen that would reliably kill about a quarter of the population. They wanted it to seem natural, like it had been spread by common water contaminants. Every single person in the camp was a guinea pig for a genocidal weapon. Oh wow, that's horrible. At least it explains the sickness. Why would they do this? What could they possibly stand to gain? That's exactly what I thought too. I was equal parts shocked and confused. I did the only thing I could do in this situation. I took what I'd found to my other UN source and confronted him about it. I demanded an explanation. I wasn't going to leave without an answer, and he knew it. He told me everything. Their justification, the wealthiest countries were never going to stop arguing about what to do with the refugees. None of their citizens wanted the refugees near them, and the situation was only going to escalate as the climate worsened. Some people in the countries blame poor nations for not doing enough to protect themselves from the effects of climate change over the past decades. They claim these countries spent their money on everything but climate defense. Because of this, apparently they deserve to suffer the consequences. Empathy was in extremely short supply. The immediate problem facing the UN was a lack of funding for the growing refugee camps, and no country was willing to increase their contributions. It was quickly reaching crisis point. They needed to do something drastic if they were going to affect change in time. All that sounds understandable. How do we get from here to kill a quarter of the population? How did it become a reasonable solution? They believed a catastrophic population reduction in poor countries would shock wealthier nations and force them to accept more refugees. What the fuck? Why a quarter of the population? Why common water contaminants? Well, a quarter is bad, but not catastrophic. It would be terrible, but wouldn't destroy entire countries. Common water contaminants? Well, they're present in much higher levels in poor countries and almost non-existent in rich ones. If a quarter of people in the richest countries died, they would never take in the refugees. The climate refugees were disproportionately from poorer countries, however, so they would be the ones affected by this bioweapon. From the UN's perspective, they made a harrowing choice in order to save lives in the long run. For mine, they were willingly murdering millions of people. Wow, I never guessed. Sorry to find this out, especially this way. But why didn't they tell you about it? Shouldn't you have known it was happening in your camp? Yeah, it was so surprising I could barely believe what I was hearing. I actually asked my contact why I'd been kept in the dark. He said he needed a neutral agent to maintain order in the camp and not panic the refugees. I wouldn't lie, I was upset. I felt like I'd been scorned by the very organization I was trying to serve. I felt isolated and alone, and so many thoughts were rattling around my head. Was I kept out of the loop because I was a liability? Didn't they trust me? Didn't they want to kill me as part of their tests? Rationality is high. Assertiveness is high. Oh, maybe I should have done assertive. Is it possible they didn't let you in on it because they suspected you to have an ethical disagreement with their plans? It can't just have been me who actually cared about the lives of these refugees, can it? I'm pretty sure the whole camp wasn't full of rampaging psychopaths. But still, it's always been a bit outspoken about things I care about. It's what made me a good overseer. I really cared about those people and did everything I could to help them. That's why I took my concerns to my superior officer in the camp. I knew I'd be putting my position at risk, but I couldn't in good conscience let it continue. I only got halfway through explaining my concerns to him before he called security on me. He had absolutely no intention of hearing me out. I panicked. If I was captured, no one would be standing in the way of their plan. Everyone else was involved, was clearly willing to go along with it. So I made a split-second decision that I've had to live with ever since. I ran down the corridor to the environment control room, blocked myself in, closed the camp gates, preventing anyone from getting in or out. If the only working version of the bioweapon was in this camp and all the research notes were here, then I could destroy them and end this right now. I also knew that it was being tested on the refugees, but I had no idea who was infected. Any one of them could have been contagious. Security were banging on the door. It was close to breaking down. I had no time to figure out a better plan. I had to act there and then. I did my best. I really did. There was nothing else I could have done. I deactivated all the safety features of the environment control system using my overseer access and overloaded the entire thing. Every inch of the camp was turned into an inferno, destroyed the bioweapon plants, and killed every single person there. There was nothing I could have done. It was a choice between sacrificing 40,000 people or allowing millions to be killed when the bioweapon was released. But you're wondering how I'm still alive. Well, Hello? I can hear you. I want to hear what you have to say, but they can detect you. They'll just reset the loop again. Actually, I don't think they will. We've made some improvements, and hopefully we can get around their intrusion screening. We were cut off the last part way through explaining the people in charge of the loop actually are. They lied to you. They have no interest in absolving you of a crime. That's never been their goal. They're not a government or an NGO trying to save their people. They're actually a... Okay. Hello? Anyone? Rebel interference detected. Who are they then? My empathy is really high. My rationality is pretty low. Oh boy. Oh, I clicked too quickly. My insight's already... Oh, fuck. I clicked again. I need to put my finger up here. Someone is using me. Someone is. You're on the right track. Keep questioning, keep doubting. Wait, do I trust that voice? I feel like I should remember them, but I can't. They sound familiar, yet so distant. Who is lying to me? Who do I trust? Maybe my future self I have to trust. You're not paranoid, we're being used. Something is very wrong with everything we've been told. I don't know what it is, we need to keep questioning, keep doubting. Are you okay? You don't sound right. What happened to you? You sound extremely paranoid. I don't know, I can't remember. It seemed to make sense at the time, but now it's just a blur. Look, it's fine. I don't feel so great myself. Also, this must be worse for you. Hi, Melon! Welcome. This game is really goofy. I like it. I really like it. I'm questioning my future self, who has committed a crime and killed 40,000 people. And now I'm trying to figure out if, who put me in this time loop to question my future self, and who is trying to break into this time loop. I'm very scared. I'm enjoying it a lot. This is a very nice visual novel twist. You've not really had time to process what's happening to you. If this happened to me at your age, I'd probably have a nervous breakdown. I'm gonna respond assertively. Wait, what the hell? Okay. This reminds me of Homestuck. Quiet. My empathy skills are very high. I keep failing this block. Or perhaps it's a death sentence for me. Who's to say I get out of this alive? Question doubt. Question doubt. Insight gained. Yeah, it's not so bad though. I just cease to exist. It's painless that way. But stopping me from existing isn't really the point. They could just kill me now if they wanted. The point is what they want. They want you to understand why my actions were wrong in order to prevent you from doing the same thing. What did that disembodied voice say at the start? We're a single continuous chronological entity. If you successfully convince me, then you have successfully convinced yourself. We are one and the same. I can see how that makes sense. It's an inventive way of ridding the world of a dangerous criminal without having to imprison or execute anyone. I guess from this perspective it makes sense, although I'm obviously not thrilled about it. You know, you've not actually asked me the details of my alleged crimes yet. We've talked about everything else except the very reason you're here. I'll respond assertively. Fine, explain it to me. Okay, straight to the point. A few years ago for me, I was the overseer of the climate change. Yep, okay, we've heard this. Basically, you had a camp of 40,000 people you were an overseer of. Hello, hello, can you hear us? Did you tell me to question and doubt? Change the outcome. Who are you? What's going on? It'd be too difficult to explain who we are right now. Just listen. Everything you were told at the start of the loop is a lie. Don't believe anything to tell you. You can get around some of the amnesiac effects of the loop, and that worries them. You need to stick this out. Keep playing their game for now, but don't believe anything they say. We will help you when the time is right. Don't believe anything they say. Don't believe anything who says. Rebel interference, mandatory loop. Ah! Well, I'm leveling up my stats quite a bit. My empathy is very high, which is very good for me, emotionally. Okay, we're back at the start. You're an empath, I'm an empath. Let's do some rationality. Oh, my future self leveled up too. Well, this is strange. Logically, I can only assume I'm either in a simulation or hallucination, in which case asking about reality seems rather pointless. Why bother saying anything if you don't care what I have to say? And anyways, does this feel like a hallucination to you? Look, I appreciate this weird, especially you, but it's best for both of us you wrap your head around it. I'll respond with major empathy, because my empathy stat is really high. I appreciate you want to speed things up for me, but you can't help but wonder why this is less weird for you than it is for me. And he's going to explain how they invented time travel and then banned it. But he knows that they kept it around somehow. I'm gonna keep going rationality because my rationality skill needs to go up. This feels like a step beyond time travel. Okay. Before you say anything, no, I don't know who exactly is behind this. But who else could it be? The only people that have time travel tech were a few governments. Think about it. This is probably the most monumental technology achievement ever. Of course, they wouldn't give it up. It makes sense that the governments would lie about a ban so that they could use it quietly in the safe confines of their own laboratories. I wouldn't put it past them to use it on their own citizens to maintain an order. Let's do some assertiveness. To be quite honest, you're saying sounds like quite some kind of paranoid conspiracy theory. It's hard to take it seriously. No, wait. They're not being paranoid, are they? Something's seriously wrong with what I was told. Someone is using me. Someone is. You're on the right track. Keep questioning, keep doubting. Oh, I'm on... Oh my god. I'm getting in a loop with the person who is saying that they're interrupting the loop. This is fucked up. I need to do some rationality. Let's just respond rationality for a while. I think I'm full on it. Insight banked. You can bank insight? What does that mean? Oh my god. Okay, so there are 40,000 people. Oh my god. Hello, can you hear us? Bank those motes. Change the outcome. Yes, stop talking. I know you're here. They'll just reset the loop. Okay, disconnecting. Are you even listening to me? So, am I boring you? Do you actually want to hear what to say? Okay. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. The sickness. How goes the game? Hello! Welcome. Game is good. There's a colossal sickness rampaging through the camp. I've seen outbreaks in other refugee camps, but I've never seen anything like this before. This level of sickness was just so far out of the realm of my experience. Thousands had died, and thousands more were at death's door. It was just... Okay. Let's respond empathetically. Okay, oh wow, it's been hard to witness. Do you know what's causing it? Yes, it was horrible to see. Not knowing that made it even worse. It may have been an overseer, but they didn't trust me enough to tell me what they're actually doing. Okay, I guess I'll respond assertively. What are you insinuating? Spell it out for me. Okay, yes. I'm getting my insight points banked. Okay. So you snooped around management to figure out what the people were planning. Okay. I know they were hiding. I know the whole terrible story. The bioweapon, the confrontation, the desperate destruction of the camp. My God. How do I know this? What's going on? You don't have to go any further. I remember it all. Your plans for a bioweapon. All of the people in your camp were guinea pigs. In a fit of desperation, you attempted to destroy the camp, hoping to destroy the bioweapon in the process. I don't understand how I know all this. It feels more like a dream than a memory. Something about this feels extremely wrong. How could you possibly know all that? Who are you? I mean, really, you can't be my younger self. You're a UN interrogator, aren't you? What kind of game are you playing at here? Whatever it is, it doesn't make any sense. Why have you locked me up into this strange place? Just tell me you know everything. This is ridiculous. Stop this nonsense. Just let... What the fuck? Why do you insist on being this troublesome? You're just making everything more difficult for yourself. They're to myself. You're also making things more difficult for me. Every time you remember something, you ruin the run of this experiment. I'm not telling you this because it'll just be erased from your mind at the end of the loop. I guess I'm just fed up and needed to vent. This is stupid. I shouldn't even be talking to you. Pulling back now. What the fuck? What was that? I understand the predicament, not the mass murder part. Just listen to what I'm about to tell you. They believed a catastrophic population reduction in poorer countries would shock wealthier nations and force them to accept more refugees. Why a quarter of the population? Why common water contaminants? Common water contaminants, they're present at much higher levels in poor countries. A quarter of people in the richest countries died. From the human perspective, they're made a harrowing choice in order to save lives in the long run. In mind, they're willingly murdering millions of people. Wow, I never got started to find out this way. But why didn't they tell you? Shouldn't you have known it was happening in your camp? Yeah, it was so surprising I barely believed what I was hearing. I actually asked my contact why I had been kept in the dark. He said he needed a neutral agent to maintain control. I won't lie, I was upset. I kept out of the loop because I was a liability. They didn't trust me. Did they want me to kill me as part of their tests? Did they want to kill me as part of their tests? Let's do rationality. Is it possible they don't let you on of it? Oh, rationality worked this time. Maybe. Well, our parents raised me, and you, I assume, to have a strong moral compass. I suppose I'd always been a bit outspoken about things I cared about, so what made me a good overseer. I really cared for those people and did everything I could to help. That's why I took my concerns to my superior officer in the camp. I knew I'd be putting my position at risk, but I couldn't in good conscience let it continue. I only got halfway through explaining my concerns to him before he called security on me. He had no intention of hearing me out. I panicked if I was captured, so I made a split-second decision. I ran down the corridor to the environment control room. I locked myself in. With the only working version of the bioweapon in the camp. I also knew it was being tested on the refugees, but I had no idea who was infected. Security were banging on the door. It was close to breaking down. I made a split-second decision. Did the best I could. I really did. There's nothing I could have done. I deactivated all the safety features and turned the camp into an inferno and killed every last person. There was nothing else I could have done. I bet you're wondering how I'm still alive. Well, hello? Change the outcome. Before you go any further, whatever you're doing hasn't worked so far. They've detected it every single time. Your intrusion detection avoidance tech isn't working at all. You need to do something radically different, or they'll just reset the loop like always. Ah, right, okay. We'll try to communicate on a narrow temporal band from now on. It'll be harder to hear us, but it'll be harder for them to detect us. Oh my god. You've been... Your mission is to convince? Absolve yourself of your crimes, but not a government or after the fall of the UN. Trapped for all eternity unless... Damn it, this isn't working. Try something different. Didn't plan for it to work out like this. I honestly thought I'd die too. However, it turns out the environmental control room ran on a separate system in case the rest of the network became contaminated. I had no idea about this at the time. I want to go down with the ship, as it were. Instead, I'm here reliving the moment over and over in my mind. Honestly, I wish I'd died with everyone else. The constant guilt of knowing how many people I killed is almost unbearable. I see them every time I close my eyes. I hear them every time I'm in a quiet room. Talking about it now is making my skin crawl and my head pulsate. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't truly live. I'm just merely existing until someone decides to kill me. This isn't something I'd wish on my worst enemy. It's torture. I'm sorry to hear that. At least now I understand why we're in this loop together. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. What's done is done. Nothing can change that. Hurry up and get on what you have to do. Go on, convince me I'm wrong. Or don't. Whatever. Convince or sympathize? I'm gonna sympathize. I find it hard to condemn you. You were put on the spot, forced to make a difficult decision, and made the best choice you could given the information you had. It's likely that you saved more lives than you took. I can't convince you that your actions were wrong because I don't believe they were wrong. If I was in your position, I'd have done the same thing. This whole exercise is pointless. Well, that's good to hear, but it puts us in a strange position. I can't imagine the people running this whole thing will let you out so easily. It doesn't matter for me. When this thing's end, I'll most likely cease to exist. Still, I'd obviously like my younger self to escape and live our life. Have you got any ideas about how... Did you think we'd simply shut this whole project down if you agreed with your future self? You will convince your future self of the wrongness of their actions, even if you end up stuck in the loop indefinitely. It makes no difference to us. We can wait forever. We'll just place you before you made the wrong choice so you can make the right one this time. If you ever want to taste freedom, you'll be wise to do as we say. I hope we don't have to talk about this again. They're getting irritated. You can't threaten me all you want. You won't change how I feel. What? I've not threatened you? What the hell are you talking about? No, not you. I'm talking to the people running this thing. Only a few minutes ago, I refused to convince you of the wrongness of your actions, and they pulled me aside to threaten me. Wait, when? I didn't notice anything. Look, I don't know. I have no idea they were doing any of this. I just know what I experienced. And I'm still not going to do what you want me. I still don't disagree with what you did. You were put on the spot, forced to make the difficult decision, and made the best choice you could given the information you had. You probably saved more lives than you took. If I was in your position, I would have done exactly the same thing. This whole exercise is pointless. You hear me? Pointless. Okay, I suppose that's good to hear. The only problem is that you're now in a strange position. I can't imagine the people running the whole thing. You did not hear what I just said? It makes no difference whether you repeatedly don't do what we say. We can wait. You're just wasting your own time. Then again, I suppose time is meaningless. Where you are. What you're actually wasting is your chance at freedom. I'm sending you back again. Make the right choice this time, please. Nope, I'm not doing this. I agree with you. You did nothing wrong. The people running this loop can go fuck themselves. Well, that's a bit surprising. What? What exactly do you think we're going to do as a result of your repeated refusal to do what we ask? Do you think that throwing away an adolescent hissy fit will endear us too close to the whole thing down? Do you think we'll just set you free with no consequence? You know, your continued insistence I do what you say is starting to sound a bit like desperation. Why is that, I wonder? You have no idea what I've been through to get to this point. You think you're suffering? I've lived through these things you probably can't even comprehend. Just to get to this fucking place with the tech still intact after the Eurasian Resource War was... Ah, shit, I've said too much. Wait, what happened? Come on, tell me. What? What the fuck? Come on, tell me what happened. It's obviously obvious I'm not trying to convince my future self of anything. Accept it. What the hell are you talking? You just keep coming back. Oh my god, I literally don't have time for this. None of us do. Subject displaying levels of resistance and memory retention that are incompatible with the continuation of this stage of the experiment. As for agreed experimental protocol, this iteration will be discontinued and new subjects will be located. Wait, what are you? No, God, please, no. Commencing shutdown procedure in 3, 2, 1. It closed the game! It closed the game! It got so mad it closed the game! Does it start you from the really beginning? No way. No way. They gotta do an Undertale. It's gotta know the save. Load. This is the same as before. Okay. I wonder. Okay, I think that... Yeah, okay, I've seen this before. I think I'm gonna have to click the convince button. Also, if we're outside time, how the fuck are they running out of time? Okay, then tell me, do you still stand behind your actions even after everything you just said? Well, yeah, I mean, it was definitely difficult to talk about, but everything I did can't have been done for nothing. I still think I saved far more lives than I ended. Just because I'm upset doesn't mean that I stand by my actions. You're out of touch. They're out of time. You're right, Astra. Just because I'm upset doesn't mean that I don't stand by actions. I wasn't perfect, but I did what I had to do in a horrible situation. What specifically do you think I did wrong? Accuse them of being insubordinate before having any evidence. Accuse them of abusing the trust of their friend Alice, who might be dead. Accuse them of being too passionate and driven by emotion. Accuse them of harboring suicidal thoughts without even realizing it. Accuse them of being paranoid. Accuse them of lying about believing they'd die along with everything else. Accuse them of ignoring the fact that the UN wanted to save lives too. Accuse them of not having proof that the bioweapon would be destroyed. I'm gonna try... Accuse them of being paranoid. I'm gonna accuse them of being paranoid. Assertively. You seem paranoid at the start of this conversation. Your main justification of what you were saying was that it just felt plausible to you, even with no actual evidence. You understood that parts of what you were saying sounded like a conspiracy theory, even though you were adamant it wasn't. I don't really believe everything you've told me so far. You seem like an unreliable narrator. I don't know what to say to that. If I am paranoid, then my thought process would still make sense to me. It would still all seem real. You're right. I suppose I could be unreliable, even unintentionally. The experience has been so stressful, I guess that there's a chance I'm not seeing clearly. I don't know anymore. Oh my god. We're gonna go through all of these. I know your suspicions turned out to be right in the end, but it's hard to accept the fact that you willingly and subordinate broke rules without having evidence. It almost seems like you wanted to rebel. I was backed into the corner and didn't have any other options. I didn't want to rebel, though. Why would I? I felt a bit distant from command and resented not knowing what they were up to, but, you know, I'm not so sure anymore. Maybe you're right. You willingly put Alice in a terrible position on nothing more than a hunch, despite knowing full well what could happen to her. She could have died just so you could get your answers. I'm under no illusion about what I did and what could have happened to her as a consequence. I feel terrible. It was horrible and thoughtless of me. She was my friend and I let her down. I don't think there's anything to say in my defense. I'm so sorry, Alice. I'm so sorry. You said you felt alienated by the UN after finding out about the bioweapon. You were worried that they might want to kill you with the tests. Those concerns about your own safety could very well have been influenced your decision to kill everyone in the camp. You said you thought you'd die too, but I find that hard to believe. It's more likely you're attempting to save yourself and get back to the UN. You knew enough about the camp systems to find one thing that could destroy the entire town, while under the extreme pressure to boot. I find it hard to believe you didn't also know you would survive. I don't even know anymore. I held onto my account for so long that it is true to me. But everything you said seems reasonable. Maybe I've convinced myself it was to save my sanity. Memory is a fragile thing, always morphing to suit one's own narrative. Perhaps mine morphed too. I'll never truly know. I'm gonna accuse them. Whilst being outspoken and passionate can be admirable traits, can you see how being so outspoken and passionate could have led to irrational acts? Being irrational is sometimes unavoidable. We're all human after all. But with such incredibly important decision to make, I can't help but wonder whether this person with these traits would have been in the right frame of mind to make it. Being emotional is to be human. Perfect rationality isn't human. I'd sometimes wonder whether or not being hot-headed would lead to something bad, but would anyone else really have been in a better frame of mind if they were in my position? I guess we'll never know now. You tried to convince me that by killing everyone in the camp, you wanted to save more lives than you took, but that's the exact same thing the UN wanted to do with their bioweapon project. They've had to make a, quote, harrowing choice in order to save more lives and prevent the climate refugees situation from getting any worse. You're a hypocrite and no better than them. Okay, I'm wondering what's going on with the writing a little bit here. I'm wondering what I'm curious what's going to happen. I really hope we get interrupted again. I think that's a bit unfair. I'm not the same as them. They were coldly, clinically, and methodically planning mass murder, whereas I acted out of impulsive desperation because they forced me in a corner. But part of what you say is true. The moral justification underpinning both our actions is the same. We both believed we were saving more lives than we took. I can't condemn them without being a hypocrite. You did kill people, supposedly, so that's not good. Accuse them of harming suicidal thoughts without even realizing it? Yeah, we gotta do all of it. You said that you would die when you overloaded the environmental controls. You said that you wish you had died because you can't bear the memory of your actions. I suspect that you might not be the whole story. I suspect that you're experiencing intense emotional turmoil even before you discovered the bioweapon. That would explain why you were so quick to take action that might have cost you your life. You may have already been feeling suicidal, whether or not you were aware of it. That's a pretty major thing to accuse someone of. You're wrong, though. You're not a therapist. You have no idea what I've been through. I wouldn't have been selected as overseer if I wasn't mentally sound. I was in control. I did it because I didn't see any other option in time. That's it. I know you genuinely believed you were doing a good thing, but you overlooked something if you were other bioweapons projects. What if there are other bioweapons at other camps? You made no effort to confirm that this wasn't the case. I'm concerned you might have killed those people in vain. You know, you're not wrong. I suppose there could have been other projects. I never actually asked anyone about the possibility. I became so focused on stopping this particular project, I never considered the wider picture. Seeing the offline computer and the paper records in the secret room made me think this had to be the only version of the experiment. It made perfect sense at the time. Everything you told me paints a picture of a paranoid, emotionally unstable hypocrite who acted without thinking and ended up killing thousands. You were hoping to die with them, but couldn't bear the guilt when you survived. You constructed a series of delusions in your mind, which the UN was wholly to blame, and you were a misunderstood savior. You discarded friends, you were insubordinate and underhanded, you jumped to a conclusion based on limited data and acted impulsively without considering the severity of your actions. Most disturbingly, you seem to leap at the chance to kill those refugees without a second thought. I'm most deeply concerned that you may have been subconsciously looking for a reason to kill those refugees. Whoa. I want to know where that impulse came from. You're a future version of me. I need to know. I can't end up like you. I won't. How dare you? I dedicated my life to helping refugees. I did this to save everyone. Am I just gaslighting them? Yeah. A little bit, yeah. There's something I've been keeping from you. My parents were killed by climate refugees. Oh my god. Sorry, our parents, mom and dad, slaughtered in the streets of the very camps that they founded. They just wanted to help them. They couldn't stop climate change. They couldn't force the wealthiest countries to accept refugees. All they could do was try to provide for them as best they could using their influence. And yet those fucking people blamed our parents for imprisoning them. They didn't understand anything about the complex social politics that our parents were struggling through just to get the camp started. All their stupid, brainless anger just ended up laser focused on mom and dad because they created the camps. They needed someone to blame. Our parents were an easy target. It was brutal mob justice. The attackers were killed on the spot, but doing so only made matters worse. Word spread to other camps, inspiring other misguided idiots to attack innocent officials who were just trying to help. Eventually, this uprising was quashed, but only through much more extreme security at every single camp. All this did was make things worse for refugees in the long run. So stupid, such a waste. Anyway, I vowed to carry on our parents' legacy. I did everything I could to maintain order and safety in my camp. No one dared attack me. They knew what the consequences would be. I didn't tolerate any insubordination. But it didn't matter how well I ran the camps, and how well I kept the refugees in line. Every time I looked at their faces, I was reminded of what happened. All I felt was resentment and rage. I spent all my energy trying to turn this anger into something productive. I became a defender of the refugee camp. This took the edge off for a while, but I could never truly get rid of the deep resentment I felt. It was growing inside of me like a cancer. It was only a matter of time until I snapped. So sigh, you know what? I probably was looking for a reason to kill all those people. I never wanted to admit this, but you managed to get it out of me. Well done. What the fuck? Oh god. I give up. I just want all this to end. Just don't turn into me. Don't become all bitter and consumed by resentful rage. You can be better. I know you can. We can be so much better than this. We have so much potential. Please, just let this end. What the fuck? What the fuck? Congratulations. That was fantastic work. In all my time, I don't think I've seen your future self so thoroughly dejected by the process. I mean, wow, they were well and truly broken by the end. It was a beautiful sight to behold. Absolutely masterful work. I really hope you're as successful next time. It was a joy to watch. Wait, next time? What next time? Oh, sorry, forget I said anything. What I meant to say was thank you for your service. You prevented a horrible crime from occurring in the future and saved thousands of lives. I'll release you from the loop now. Enjoy the rest of your life. It's not over. They're lying. Don't listen to them. Try to remember. Help us. What the fuck? Hit load. No, it's just gonna do the same thing. I mean, something tells me that whatever this organization is, their goal is to reduce, feels like they're just trying to be like a suppression force. Like, they don't really care about who is saved and who's not. I don't think they're actually trying to save anyone. They're just trying to... Oh god. I gotta keep going. Maybe I just got the bad ending. What happens if I click play? Although this is starting to drag on for a while, I'm gonna probably have to end stream soon. What happens if I just hit play? This help. Oh, the menu changed. It says help us and shit. Hey. You. Are you there? Oh, okay. Enough of this nonsense. We finally figured out how to interrupt the loop without being kicked out. It's time you knew the truth. We don't know how much you remember right now, so we'll just have to say our piece and hope it makes sense. Listen up. Since your timeline, the UN has, for all intents and purposes, ceased to exist. It was financially and logically outstretched and collapsed under the weight of its own infrastructure. We were one of several groups that wanted to steal the time travel tech we knew they were hiding. Before you judge us, we weren't the bad guys. We were young and idealistic and generally thought we would use it for good. All we wanted was to rebuild this broken world and go back in time to fix the future seemed like our best bet. But there were other groups vying against us. Everyone had their own ideas how the tech should best be used, and some were better equipped than us. Another group got there first. They were led by a former high-ranking member of the UN, so they had the advantage over the rest of us. As soon as they acquired the tech, their leader stole it from her for her own use. She disappeared, along with several other members. Nobody heard of them since. The remaining groups formed an uneasy alliance in order to find her and figure out what she was up to. After months of searching, she discovered that she has been secretly using time travel for some kind of twisted experiment. You are part of that experiment. In fact, it seems as though you are the experiment. She's had you trapped you in this loop for months now, and there's no sign she's going to let you go anytime soon. You've been convincing your future self over and over, and the timeline appears to have been unaltered. All this nonsense about changing your own time stream and stopping your actions before they can occur is just that, nonsense. It's impossible. We're confident that she's been telling you this whole time to ensure your cooperation without an actual basis. As for why, we have no idea. We don't understand what she's up to. We have no idea why she's doing this. We just want it to stop. It's cool, and more importantly, it's a waste of brilliant technology. We've tracked her location. We're reluctant to take her down by force until we understand what she's doing. It could jeopardize your safety. Our hope is that you can resist the amnesiac effects of the loop and make it clear you understand what's happening to you. Maybe then she'll be goaded into speaking you directly. If you can get her attention, keep talking to her. Figure out why she's doing all this. Once we know the truth, we can decide how to proceed. Oh my god. We're back at the start again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on, I need a drink. Okay, before we go any further, I should let you know that everything you were just told is a lie. I can't change what you did by convincing you your actions were wrong. I can't change my so-called destiny. This is actually an experiment, the goal of which is currently unclear. Okay, that was unexpected. I need a second to process all this. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt for now and assume you're not mentally unbalanced or deliberately messing with me, but I'll need a lot more information than that before I believe you. I know how all this must sound, just let me explain. I'm not sure what the point of this experiment is, but what I do know is that we've both been stuck in this loop arguing with each other for months, yet nothing is changing in the external world. We're supposed to have our memories erased every time the loop resets, so we don't realize we're in a never-ending cycle, but for some reason, I'm now able to remember what happens. Okay, that's a lot to take in. Say I choose to believe that it's all true. Why don't I remember what happened in the previous loops? Should I also have developed immunity? Aren't we essentially the same person? Isn't it slightly suspicious that it's only happening to you? It almost seems like it might be part of this experiment. They could have engineered it this way. It could be a variable change, destined to gauge our response to it. I don't think it's that. I was actually contacted by a rebel group from outside the loop who just want to stop this whole thing. Before I spoke to them, my memories were just indecipherable fragments. Now because of what they've told me, I've been able to piece it all together. I know everything. I know what you did. I know the ramifications of your actions. I know why we're both trapped in here. I know the truth of who's running this experiment. Most importantly, I know it's we need to get out. Wait, a nameless group interrupted the loop to speak to you? You're alone for some reason and tell you the truth, and now your muddied memories all make sense? That sounds really quite paranoid and conspiratorial. Do you have any proof of this? Wow, I've said almost the exact thing to you in previous loops. I guess we're not so different, you and I. The only proof I can offer is that I know everything about what you did at that camp. More importantly, I also know about the secret you've been hiding. I wouldn't know any of this if you hadn't already told me. If you know these things, I guess it would be actual proof. Go on, what do you know? What did I do? You murdered everyone in your camp in order to destroy the UN's bioweapon. For a while you insisted you did the right thing, but then gave in and admitted you had a secret resentment towards climate refugees following the death of your parents that probably influenced your decision. I didn't murder anyone. I didn't want them to die. You're right. I don't know how you could possibly know all this. It doesn't make any sense. What is going on here? Who are you really? This isn't right. None of this is right. What did you say at the start of this conversation? I'm just as you remember. The only way I could be as you remember. As if I am the person you remember. Right now, the only difference between us, apart from our age, is that I know what's going on here. I have no incentive to lie to you. What would I gain from that? Okay, that's fair. You're right. There's no reason for you to lie to me, especially not about something like this. Still, though, what are you hoping to achieve? If you already know about everything I did, then there's nothing else I can tell you. Why say all this to me? What's the point? Look. You don't understand. I had to explain all that to get to the next part of my plan. I'm sorry for upsetting you, but there's no other choice. And no, there isn't anything more you can tell me. I'm trying to get the attention of people running this loop. They're using stolen time travel tech for some strange purpose, and I want to speak to their leader, figure out what they're doing. I want to know what they hope to achieve by forcing us to have this conversation over and over. It just seems pointless and cruel. They're using stolen UN time travel tech. How is that even possible? I knew they banned time travel tech would come back to haunt us sooner or later, but I figured it would be because some government didn't actually surrender all their tech to the UN and hid it away somewhere to use themselves. I didn't actually think anyone would be able to steal it. It must have been locked away in a veritable fortress and guarded mercilessly. This doesn't make any sense. Well, the time travel tech was only stolen because of your actions following the incident. The UN all but collapsed and couldn't protect the tech any longer. It was stolen by a group running this loop. No one understands why they're doing this, but it seems they're squandering the most important technological development in the world on a pointless experiment. So you've been breaking me down repeatedly, yet nothing ever changes. It feels like whoever was running this loop is deliberately engineering our misery. They must take some sick pleasure in hearing me confess and break down. It must be someone who I harmed with my actions. Oh god, there's so many people it could be. I heard so many. The whole thing is sick and twisted, but I can see how a disturbed person could see it as poetic justice. In a way, it's the ultimate irony. Okay, fine. You have my attention. I assume those meddling pricks finally managed to speak to you without us noticing. Amazing work! Keep it up! You need to be as convincing as you can to keep her attention. Say the wrong thing and she might reset the loop. Try and get her to tell you why she's doing all of this. While she's distracted, we'll move in on her location. Good luck. Oh my god. Fair play to them, I guess. They must have put some serious effort into improving their detection avoidant tech. They're worthy, if annoying, rivals. Who the hell are you? You haven't figured that out, seriously? I don't know why I'm even talking to you. I've let my feelings get in the way of rigorous science. I'm restarting the loop. No, wait. I thought that was saying that they're... Ugh. Shit. Oh my god. Okay, they won't let me skip it. Oh my god. You're doing a great job, Carrie. I totally skipped through that. Come on, keep yourself together. The more you complain about it, the harder it will be to convince your future self. If they think you sound like a conspiratorial theorist, change your story. You don't have to lie. Wait, so you want me to lie? You're happy with me lying as long as you get what you want? Is that it? I know. Again, I'm sorry for sounding impatient. It's been a really long project for us, and we really do appreciate what you're doing. We want the same thing as you. We want this experiment stopped. Just keep doing what you're doing. It'll eventually work. we'll wait as long as we need to. What the fuck is happening? What? I'm taking a breather right now. There was some new dialogue at the end there saying I don't deserve to be free. I suppose there's no point in keeping up the pretense I'm freeing you from the loop now, is there? Well, I suppose not, but nothing. This is an experiment, and we'll stick to the experimental protocol. We're setting loop in 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, how long is this gonna go? Oh my god. Oh my god. How much more is there? We want to apologize profusely for the impatience we showed during the previous loop. It fell far below our standards of professionalism and won't happen again. The person who spoke to you, well, they've been removed. We also would like to reiterate that we fully empathize with how difficult this can be. The repetition can be numbing at times. It's all for the greater good, though. Keep at it, and we'll finally be able to stop this experiment once and for all. No! They're fucking with me! They're fucking with me! They're all fucking with me! They're both fucking with me! Oh my god. What is going on? How much more will this go on? Oh my god. I'm losing my mind. Both the rebel group and the other group are bad. We're stuck in a loop with all of it. This is the same dialogue. I got more stats. We know how frustrating this must be. It's hard to stay focused on repeating the same things over and over. You're doing a great job, though. Keep it up. What the fuck is happening? Is the rest of the game just a loop? Is there anything else out of this? They're putting me, the player, in the loop. What is going on? Look, it's getting tiring for us too. You think you've experienced this over and over again, but it's nothing compared to the amount of times we've had to sit through it. At least you've only recently started to remember. We've been observing the loop for a long, long time. Sorry, that came off really badly. I didn't mean to sound rude. You're doing a great job. Carry on. Oh my god. I have an attention stat that's going down. Is that my attention stat? Very confused. Was that there before? I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I didn't expect to be playing 2 games with loops today. In the hundreds of retellings of the story that I've had to sit through, they don't even name their parents, close friends, or just any of their colleagues. It's literally just me. The person they thought died? That they ditched? Respond assertively. Right, you're Alice, aren't you? Yeah. Yes, but... Actually, this is stupid. I'm reciting the loop now. No, wait. Fuck. You're Alice. Okay, well, at least I made it somewhere. Jesus Christ. Alice. My insight seems to be off the charts. We want to apologize professionally for the impatience we've shown during previous loop. It's fucking... Respond assertively. Can I tell them it's Alice? God. My mind is going numb from just like our main character here. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, the attention stat is the attention of the person running the experiment. Okay, that makes sense. This is truly a game of patience. And again, another run ruined. I hope these meddling dickheads are happy they're ruining this experiment. Okay, where did we get to in our previous conversation? Right, you just figured out who I am. I'm surprised it took you this long to figure it out. You should have shown yourself to be pretty insightful for the most part. Anyway, I assume you have a lot of questions. Ask away. Really? I definitely have a few, but the main thing is I'd like to know is why are you doing this? Why trap us in this loop? What are you hoping to achieve? You know what I'm trying to achieve. I've told you many, many times. Your future self has committed a terrible crime, and through convincing them that they were wrong, you can change your path and prevent those actions from occurring. You've been told this so many times. Why are you asking me again? I'm no scientist, but aren't your goals logically impossible? You can't change the future in the way you think you can. You've used a version of my future self to change my own future, which would prevent that version of my future self from existing in the first place. It's a paradox. At least that's what your rivals seem to think. Impossible? You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. This isn't impossible. It's time for this to stop. I'm resetting the loop. No, wait. No, come on. Oh my god. How much more is there in this game? This is too much. Surely it'll be... Oh my god. Oh my god, this is just... It must be getting easier for their attention to go up, right? Like, come on. I'm gonna break my mouse from all this clicking. I don't fucking trust anybody here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alice, come out. She stops it because she's pissed that my future self doesn't know it's Alice. Firstly. Second, last time I spoke to the other factions, they all seemed to understand what I was hoping to achieve. I'm aware that some little group of meddling dickheads have been trying to disrupt my experiment, but there's no way they represent the other factions. You could be lying to me for all I know. You could be trying to manipulate me. Why would I bother lying? You can just reset the loop if you discover that's the case. You have all the power here. Just listen to me for a minute. Your behavior supports my theory. You claim this is a legitimate experiment, but at no point have you let me or my future self leave this loop. I've been here for months, repeating the same thing over and over. If you actually want to test the technology, surely you would see how it affects the world outside this bubble when we leave. You have to admit, it really sounds like a convenient excuse to trap both me and my future self and make us miserable. It sounds like you're just trying to punish us for something my future self did to you under the pretense of running a bizarre experiment. I understand why it might seem that way, but you have it all wrong. You haven't been released from the loop yet because we're still in the testing phase. We're discerning whether there are any side effects from long-term exposure to this technology. The fact that you're now able to remember what happened in previous loops is valuable insight into the limits of the tech. All this needed to happen before we could test any timeline changes. If you had any real information about the experiment, you would understand. It seems to stop every time I reply assertively, so I'm gonna do rational. I'm not part of your scientific community, but that doesn't mean my concerns would be so easily dismissed. I've been part of this experiment for months. Assuming you ever intended to use this technology for its stated purpose, surely you would keep anyone in the loop for even close to this length of time. There would be no use in doing so. You would achieve your desired results long before reaching that point. So would you subject me to an extensive length of time in the loop? This isn't about you. I'm just being a responsible scientist. This technology is volatile and a test area, therefore its limits need to be fully explored before wider use is considered. This is just scientists. There's no hidden agenda. Yeah, right. I'm just doing my job. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I think deep down, you know the truth, but you're unwilling to accept it. I understand, I really do. My future self destroyed your life. My future self killed thousands of people. My future self may even have been inadvertently destroyed the most important organization in the world. These acts are appalling, perhaps even unforgivable. But once you discovered that the time travel tech was no longer safeguarded, you saw an opportunity to exact revenge. You spent a long time devising this experiment to obscure your true intentions and sell the lie to your team, but you must know that that was never your true goal here. Can't be bothered trying to explain myself anymore. You're never satisfied. This has gone far too long. Resetting the loop now. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. How much more? Dude, I'm so tired. That's not helping. Oh. Oh my god. I never could have imagined a point and click game could be so exhausting. Well, I guess one that isn't Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh my god. Okay, I must be close to the end. How many times will they reset the loop? Oh my god. Oh. Come on, we can get through this. We can get through this. We're almost at the end. We can get through this. Our stats are so high. My future self's stats are so low compared to my current stats. My stats are so strong. Come on. Come on. Let this be the end. Come on. I'm starting to believe you. It sounds like you genuinely think your experiment could work, and I'm starting to understand why you would pick me and my future self as test subjects. It sounds like you have backing of other factions too. I'm confused. If this is all true, why did the other groups contact me and tell me they had no idea what you were doing? Why would they deliberately lie to me? I'm starting to feel like I might have been used. I don't understand. The only thing I kept hidden from them was my location, and that was only for security purposes. I told them everything else. They knew my motivations, my methods, my hypotheses. I was completely open and honest. Everything seemed fine when I last spoke to them. The environment was competitive and tense, sure, but I felt like we all reached a unanimous understanding. Did they lie to me? Have they been planning something this whole time? Oh no. No, I know what they've been doing. Oh my god, how could you have not seen this? I've been so focused on my research that there's no way I could have seen it coming. I don't believe it. They've used you against me. I never thought they'd stoop to something so low, but I guess I was wrong. You've doomed us? We're all dead? Oh my god! Jesus Christ. Okay! Okay! What? Thanks to you, we were able to infiltrate her location and take out her entire team. Now we finally have our hands on the time travel tech again. You killed everyone. It was necessary. It had to be done. We were out of options. We weren't going to let her keep the tech all to herself for her ridiculously idealistic goals. She was childish and naive. It never would have worked. Why not tell me your true plans? Why lie to me? I would have thought that was obvious. You would never have helped us, would you? We told you that you needed to hear. We told you what you needed to hear so you would do what we required of you. It's pretty simple, Lisa. Monsters, oh please, you come from a peaceful time with plentiful resources. You have no idea what the world is like now. It's so much worse than you can imagine. Much of the planet is unlivable. Most governments have collapsed, billions have died, billions more are going on the verge of death. You call us monsters, but if you could see this world, you'd learn very quickly that we're no different from anyone else. What do we do what we need to survive, and this time travel tech is the best hope we have at survival. So what do you plan to do with it? I'm not planning on changing the past, that's for sure. It's a dead end. The world was ruined, and it will always end up ruined. There's no changing that. We're all going to use this tech to travel back into a more comfortable and prosperous time period where we can live our lives in peace and safety. If humanity insists on destroying the world, then to hell with humanity. You stole the tech and killed Alice, her team, just so you could just have an easy life. Even if you don't think her experiment would work, you didn't have to destroy it and kill her. You didn't even give her a chance. You've changed your tune. Only a few minutes ago you were arguing with Alice, trying to convince her that her experiment was nonsense. That's because you lied and manipulated me. Oh my god, I feel sick. On the plus side, you don't have to feel sick for much longer. Sorry it would take us too long to figure out how to safely remove you and your future self from this bubble. Everyone would know how to do that is dead. So we're just turning the whole thing off. If it causes damage to the timeline, well, fuck the timeline. We're traveling back the passing away. The hell with all of this. Thanks for helping us. No, wait. Shut it down. Bro. Is that how they're gonna end the game? Really? That's it? Are there multiple endings? Are you serious? Are there multiple endings? Wow. Holy shit. That's it. Oh my god. Are there multiple endings? No, there's no other ending. Wow. That's it. That's the game. Jesus. Okay. Okay, that was it. That was the game. Jesus. Quite a fucking game. All right. That was a really good game. The ending was really long. Oh my god, that was really long, hard to get. It was really hard for me to sit through. I was running. I'm 1 a.m. Oh my god. Also, that is a rough ending. Wait, why am I? Oh, it's filter doing it. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Wow. God. That's a depressing ending too. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that game. It was really good, but then everything with the ending just felt bad. Like, Alice didn't die. He wanted revenge. There's no sympathy from the people experimenting on you. There was no sympathy from the rebels. It was just a really pessimistic game about the future fucking sucking. About the consequences of shit going on these days, and just about people just surviving selfishly for themselves because they've given up on trying to make a better world. Oh my god. My head is in my hands right now. Wild fucking game. Alright, well, thanks for sticking around. If anyone's still sticking around, I will see you on Friday. I think I have some more indie games to play. But for now, thanks for sticking around. I'll chat with you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.